Hello, welcome to my video, Introduction to Exponents. Exponents as a natural number. In algebra, an exponent can be called a power. In any exponential form b to the x, b is the base and x is the exponent or power. B and x belong to the natural numbers. The natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 dots. Notice n stands for natural numbers. We're not going to entertain -1, 0, or any fractions, a half, etc. Exponential form b to the x, 2 to the 3, 2 is the base, 3 is the exponent. 3 to the 2, 3 is the base, 2 is the exponent. 4 to the 5, 4 is the base, 5 is the exponent. Pause your practice. Pause your video, do your work, come back. Base 7 to the 2, 7 is the base, 2 is the exponent. 9 to the 3, 9 is the base, 3 is the exponent. 5 to the 2, 5 is the base, 2 is the exponent. Change each exponential form to expanded form. The exponential form b to the x, 2 to the 3, expanded is 2 times 2 times 2, 3 2's. 3 to the 2 is 3 times 3. 4 to the 5 is 5 4's. Multiply together. Practice. 7 to the 2 is 7 times 7, 2 7's. 9 to the 3 is 3 9's. And 5 to the 2 is 5 times 5, 2 5's. Change each expanded form to exponential form. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 3 is the base, and there's 4 of them. 6 times 6, 6 is the base, and there's 2 of them. 5 times 5 times 5, 5 is the base, and there's 3 of them. Practice. We got 11 is the base, and there's 3 of them. 7 is the base, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 to the 5. 9 times 9, 9 is the base, and there's 2 of them. Express each exponential form as a natural number. So the exponential form 5 to the 2 is 5 times 5, which is 25. 2 to the 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 4, 8, 16. 10 to the 3 is 3 10's multiplied together, and that gives you 100 times 10 is 1,000. Practice. 3 to the 3 is 3 3's. 9 times 3 is 27. 4 to the 2 is 4 times 4, which is 16. And 5 to the 4 is 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. And 5 5's are 25 times 5 is 125 times 5 is 625. But there's another way to do that if you use your calculator. I use the Texas Instrument, and if you use your exponent button, then you go 5 power button 4. It'll give you 625. I'll do more later on with the calculator. Exponent power of 2. When a number has an exponent of 2, the number is said to be squared. So 3 to the 2 is 3 squared. 5 to the 2 is 5 squared. Practice. 10 to the 2 is 10 squared. 8 to the 2 is 8 squared. Another way to write it, the square of 9 is 9 squared. The square of 7 is 7 to the 2, 7 squared. Practice. Square of 6 is 6 squared, 6 to the 2. The square root of 2 is 2 to the 2, power of 2. Express each as a natural number. So 5 squared is 5 to the 2, which is 5 times 5, which becomes 25. The square of 12 is 12 to the 2, 12 squared. So it's 12 times 12, which is 144. And again, I can use my calculator to do 12 squared, punch 12 in, hit the power button, and go 2, and you'll get a 144. Let's continue. Practice. 4 squared is 4 to the 2. 4 times 4, 16. Square root of 1, 1 to the 2. 1 squared is 1 times 1, which is 1. 11 squared is 11 to the 2, which is 11 times 11, which is 121. Now we have an order of operations here that we'll go over later. 5 squared is 5 to the 2. Add on 6 squared, which is 6 to the 2. 5 squared is 5 times 5. 6 squared is 6 times 6. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 6 is 36. And when we add that, we get a 61. Exponent power of 3. When a number has an exponent of 3, the number is said to be cubed. So 2 to the 3 is 2 cubed. 4 to the 3 is 4 cubed. Practice. 5 to the 3 is 5 cubed. 10 to the 3 is 10 cubed. Examples, more of that. The cube of 7 is 7 cubed. The cube of 9 is 9 cubed. Practice. The cube of 6, 6 cubed. The cube of 8 is 8 cubed. Express each as a natural number. 1 cubed is 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. 3 cubed is 3 to the 3. That's 3 times 3 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27. Let's practice some more. 5 to the 3 is 5 cubed, so it's 5 times 5 times 5. 25 times 5 is 125. The cube of 2 is 2 cubed, which is 3 2's multiplied together. 4 times 2 is 8. 10 cubed is 10 to the 3, which is 10 times 10 times 10. And that gives us 100 times 10 is 1,000. And 4 cubed plus 6 cubed. 4 cubed is 4 times 4 times 4. Add on. 6 cubed is 6 times 6 times 6. 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64. 6 times 6 is 36, times 6 is 216. And when you add 64 and that up, 216, 64, 0, 1, 8. Notice you get a 280. But if I use the calculator, then we have, let's say, 4 cubed. 4 power button 3 is a 64. And if we get 6 cubed, power button right here, cubed, we get a 216. And if we want, we can do it all together. We can go 4 power button 3 plus 6 power button 3, and you'll get your 280. So calculator comes to use it, but I like to use it in my head a lot of times. Natural numbers as perfect squares. A square of any natural number is called a perfect square. So 1 squared, 1 to the 2 is 1 times 1, which is 1. 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4. 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. 5 squared is 5, times 5, terrible 5, 25. 6 squared is 6 times 6 is 36. Practice. 7 squared, 7 times 7, 49. 8 squared, 8 times 8, 64. 9 squared is 9 times 9, 81. 10 squared is 10 times 10, which is 100. 11 squared is 11 times 11, which is 121. 12 squared is 12 times 12, which is 144. And this Dexter's instrument, as in most calculators, you can do 11 squared with the square button here. Just 2 goes up and you'll get your 121. Or you can go 11 power button 2 and you'll get your 121. So square is automatically built into your calculator on the Dexter's instrument. But again, that's your power button when you want to work things out. Circle the numbers which are perfect squares. 10 is 2 times 5. Nope. 16 is 4 times 4. That's perfect square. 27 is 3 times 9. And 9 is 3 times 3. So there's 3 3s. It's not a perfect square. 49 is 7 times 7. So it's a perfect square. 81 is 9 times 9. Is a perfect square. So 16, 49, because 4 squared is 16. 7 squared is 49. 9 squared is 81. They're perfect squares. The perfect square of 3 squared plus 4 squared. 3 squared is 3 times 3. Add on. 4 squared is 4 times 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. And that gives us a 25. And 25 is a 5 squared. So 25 is a perfect square. Natural numbers as cubes. A cube of any natural number is called a perfect cube. 1, 2, 3 is 1 cubed. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 9 times 3 is 27. And again, your calculator has 3 power 3, that's 3 cubed, and you can see you get to 27. Practice. 4 cubed. 4 times 4 times 4, which is 16 times 4 is 64. 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5. 25 times 5 is 125. 6 cubed is 6 times 6 times 6. 36 times 6 is 216. And let's check that again with the calculator. 6 cubed, 6 power button 3 is 216. Perfect. 6 cubed. How about 5 cubed? 5 power button 3 is a 125. So calculator helps out. Circle the numbers which are perfect cubes. 4 is 2 times 2. Nope. 25 is 5 times 5. Nope. 27 is 3 times 9, which is 3 times 3. So that's 3 cubed. So that's a perfect cube. 49 is 7 times 7. Only 2 7. Nope. Express 64 as a number squared. Well, let's break 64 down. We use what I call a factor tree. So 64 is 2 times 32, because 64 is even, so you divide by 2. 32 is even, it ends in 2, so it's 2 times 16. 16 is even, so it's 2 times 8. 8 is even, so it's 2 times 4. 4 is even, so it's 2 times 2. So you notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 2's broken right down, as low as we can go. A number squared means you need 2 numbers, so that means we need 2 groups. So 2 times 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8, and that's an 8. So 64 is 8 squared. And if you write all the 2's down again, cube means you need 3 groups, 3 numbers. So there's one group, second group, third group. So there's a 4, 4, and a 4. So that's 4 cubed, which is 64. A power of a natural number. A power is an exponent. Write each in exponential form. 3 to the power of 2 is 3 squared. Notice, which is, so the power of 2 we say squared. 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 3 is the same as saying 2 cubed. So when we have squares, and when we square and cube, we just write the 2's in. But if we have powers larger than 3, we have to use the power of, like 2 to the power of 5, or sometimes they say 5th power. So that's 2 to the 5. If you work that out, you get 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 5 times. 4, 8, 16, 32 when you multiply it. 5 to the 4th power is 5, 4 5s, 5 to the 4th power. So that's 25 times 5 is 125 times 5 is 625. And 1 to the power of 6 is 6 1s multiplied. And multiplying by 1, we get 1. Practice. 3 to the power of 4. And it's 4 3s. 9 and a 9 gives you 81. Or you can use your calculator and you can go 3 power button 4 and you'll get 81. So keep in mind the calculator if you're stuck. 2 to the power of 6 is 6 2's. We got an 8 there, and an 8 there, and 8 8s are 64. Or use your calculator. 10 to the power of 5, and it's 10 5 times. But it's easy to multiply with 10s, because you say 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, and you got 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we check 10 to the 5 with our calculator. 10 power button 5. We have 100,000. A common error with exponents is to say that 2 cubed is 2 times 3, which is 6. But we know that's wrong because 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 5 squared is 5 times 2, which is 10. And we know that's wrong because 5 squared is 2 5's multiplied together, which is 25. So that's the review of exponents, just starting out, fundamentals. If you're okay or you like what I'm doing, I may hear it, but I always try to correct myself. Click on the button like, subscribe, and the notification bell, because I'll be doing more videos. And if you wish to write a comment, do so. I also have a website called www.mathfullyexplained.com, where you can find information about me, my degrees, my teaching experience. You can find information on the teaching strategy I'm going to use in my videos. You can find the content that's going to be on my YouTube channel, such as the topics, the number of videos on each topic, and the topics on my channel are in black font, and the topics to be added in the future are in red font. I hope you enjoyed my video and look forward to you visiting more of them. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.